Sil made the surprising announcement of her pregnancy during our wedding anniversary celebration, fully aware of the emotional roller coaster I've been enduring in my quest to conceive. This revelation not only intensified the existing tensions between us, but also led to the breakdown of her marriage, as her husband has decided to divorce her over the situation. Now, she's reaching out to me desperately, pleading for my assistance in navigating this tumultuous period. At 27 years old, I have been grappling with the challenges of conceiving for quite some time. My husband and I have been diligently trying to start our family for nearly 8 months without any success, which has been incredibly disheartening. Recently, we've made the difficult decision to undergo fertility tests in the coming weeks, although we haven't taken that step yet due to our anxiety and apprehension. However, the constant worry and lack of progress have made it clear that it's time to face this reality head-on. Our relationship has been strong for 6 years, and we've been happily married for 3. My longing to become a mother is profound and deeply ingrained, something that everyone who knows me understands is a central part of who I am. My husband shares this desire equally, and we both felt that now was the perfect time to embark on this journey together. Despite our shared hope and determination, our efforts have not yet yielded the results we had hoped for, leading to growing frustration and emotional strain. We've tried a multitude of methods to increase our chances of conception, ranging from prescribed medications to various home remedies, yet neither of us has been able to shake off the persistent stress that has plagued us over the past few months. We decided to commemorate our wedding anniversary by hosting a grand celebration, believing that a joyful gathering with friends and family would provide a much-needed distraction from our ongoing struggles. We went all out, putting together an elaborate party designed to lift our spirits and offer a temporary reprieve from the constant worry about starting a family. Unfortunately, our well-intentioned plan took an unexpected and distressing turn, all because of my dear sister-in-law, Jenny. For those who might not be familiar, Jenny is a vibrant 25-year-old who recently tied the knot with her longtime boyfriend in a lavish and beautifully orchestrated wedding ceremony. She has a tendency to be a bit of a show-off and can sometimes come across as sanctimonious, but up until now, I've never had any issues with her or anyone in my husband's family. This situation marks the first time that significant tensions have arisen between us, and it feels both unsettling and unfamiliar. Jenny and I have never been the closest of friends, yet we've always maintained cordial and respectful relations. However, the events that unfolded at our anniversary party have irreparably altered our dynamic, making it difficult for me to view her or my in-laws in the same light as before. To provide some context, my husband's family was entirely unaware of our attempts to conceive. We had initially intended to share this personal and sensitive struggle with them, but after facing multiple setbacks in the initial months, we decided to keep this information private until we could share positive news. My parents were also kept in the dark about our difficulties. Only a handful of my friends knew about our situation, but they were all preoccupied with their own lives, making it difficult for me to turn to them for support or advice. A few days ago, around 4 or 5 days back, Jenny and her husband paid us a visit. During their stay, my husband and Jenny's husband went out to the garden to address some sprinkler issues, as I had mentioned that they needed fixing. Jenny's husband graciously offered to help, given his handy nature, which left me alone with Jenny in the house. I attempted to engage in light and casual conversation, hoping to enjoy some friendly interaction, but Jenny quickly sensed that something was wrong. She directly asked me what was troubling me, expressing that she could tell I was feeling down about something and genuinely wanted me to share it with her. I hesitated, trying to brush off my feelings as nothing significant, but the truth was that I had been deeply upset the day after yet another negative pregnancy test. My emotions were still raw, and I couldn't hide how I was feeling any longer. Jenny persisted, gently encouraging me to open up about what was going on. Feeling overwhelmed and unable to keep my struggles bottled up any further, I decided to confide in her, revealing the truth about my and my husband's efforts to conceive. At that moment, Jenny appeared genuinely happy for us. She gave me a warm and heartfelt hug, expressing her excitement about the possibility of having a baby niece or nephew. Her apparent support gave me a sense of relief, and I felt encouraged to share more about our ongoing struggles. I explained how my husband and I had been trying to conceive for a long time without success, and how it was taking an emotional toll on both of us. Jenny listened attentively, her demeanor shifting to one of sympathy and understanding. She even offered to help by connecting me with a fertility specialist, which I appreciated, though all I really needed at that moment was someone to talk to and share my feelings with. Our husbands remained outside in the garden for about half an hour, allowing Jenny and me the space to have a meaningful and supportive conversation. It was comforting to talk to someone who seemed to genuinely understand and empathize with what I was going through. When my husband returned, we had to momentarily set aside the discussion, but I felt a sense of relief after our talk with Jenny. As Jenny and her husband were leaving, she gave me another hug, a gesture she typically didn't extend, making me feel like I had found a true friend in her. However, our budding friendship was short-lived. 2 days ago, during our anniversary party, Jenny arrived with her husband, greeting me warmly and even presenting a thoughtful gift. I interpreted this as a sign that our relationship was improving and that we were becoming closer friends. Unfortunately, things quickly took a downward spiral. We had invited a large group of friends and family to the party, aiming to create a joyful and supportive atmosphere to help us forget about our fertility struggles, even if just for a little while. Everyone was mingling, laughing, and enjoying the festivities, which provided a much-needed respite from our worries. About an hour into the event, Jenny and her husband took center stage to make an announcement. My husband looked puzzled, and I felt a knot form in my stomach, fearing that it might relate to the conversation I had with her a few days prior. To my dismay, Jenny announced that she had discovered she was pregnant just a week before the party and that they were excitedly expecting their first child. The room erupted in applause and congratulations, while my husband's family rushed to offer their well wishes to Jenny and her husband. Meanwhile, my husband and I found ourselves retreating to a quiet corner, unable to contain our emotions. Tears began streaming down my face, and I felt an overwhelming urge to flee to the restroom to avoid making a scene in front of all our guests. My husband followed me, but I needed those moments alone to process the hurt and disappointment. He reassured me that everything would eventually work out for us, even if it meant exploring other paths like surrogacy or adoption, which provided some comfort amidst the chaos. After regaining my composure, we returned to the party, where people were now directing their attention towards us, noticing the mascara smudges from my tears. Concerned guests approached, inquiring about my well-being, and I offered a weak excuse about feeling overwhelmed, hoping to divert their attention away from the emotional turmoil I was experiencing. Despite the deep hurt, my husband and I congratulated Jenny and her husband, though it was challenging to muster genuine feelings of happiness for them. We managed to navigate the rest of the evening with as much grace as possible, not allowing the incident to completely overshadow our special day. Later that night, after all the guests had left and we were alone, my husband and I sat down to discuss the day's events in detail. I expressed how insensitive Jenny's announcement had been, especially knowing full well about our struggle to conceive. He agreed wholeheartedly, emphasizing that she should have considered our feelings and the significance of our anniversary before making such a public declaration. We realized that Jenny had intentionally timed her announcement to coincide with our celebration, a deliberate move to overshadow our own struggles and bring attention to her own joyous news. Determined to address the issue and seek resolution, we decided that we needed to confront Jenny about her actions, hoping for an apology and an explanation that would help us move past this painful experience. However, before we could reach out to Jenny, we were unexpectedly summoned to a family meeting at his parents' house. The atmosphere was tense and serious, and it felt as though we had walked into a courtroom where judgments had already been made against us. Accusations were thrown our way, and it became painfully clear that misunderstandings and misplaced blame were tearing the family apart. Despite our efforts to explain our perspective and the emotional strain we were under due to our fertility struggles, Jenny's family sided against us. The confrontation was intense, leaving us feeling unjustly treated and isolated from the rest of the family. In the aftermath of this heated exchange, Jenny and her husband began the process of divorcing, and her parents continued to place the blame squarely on us, refusing to see our side of the story or acknowledge the pain we had endured. Faced with no other option, my husband and I made the difficult decision to sever all ties with Jenny and her family, blocking them from our lives to protect our peace of mind and emotional well-being. Most of our extended family members supported our decision, understanding the gravity of Jenny's actions and the hurt they had caused us. Even though we felt a twinge of sympathy for them, their behavior was a direct result of Jenny's intentional choices, leaving us with no choice but to distance ourselves for our own sanity and happiness. My parents, not being particularly close to me, offered limited support during this difficult time. They acknowledged the situation and extended their sympathies, but their support was minimal, largely because we had always been distant and not very involved in each other's lives. This lack of close familial support has been a significant factor in why becoming a mother has been such an important and driving force in my life. Growing up without a strong familial bond has only heightened my desire to build a loving and supportive family of my own. Despite the challenges and the emotional turmoil, my husband and I remain hopeful and committed to our goal of starting a family. The ordeal with Jenny has only strengthened our resolve to persevere, reminding us of the importance of surrounding ourselves with genuine, supportive people who understand and respect our journey. Fast forward to today, and I received the results of our much-anticipated fertility tests. Both my husband and I have been cleared of any inherent fertility issues. This news has brought a significant sense of relief and renewed optimism, encouraging us to continue our efforts to conceive with a more positive outlook. Knowing that there are no underlying medical barriers gives us hope that, with time and perhaps a bit more patience, we will achieve our dream of becoming parents. Meanwhile, the fallout from Jenny's actions continues to unfold. Her marriage has crumbled under the strain of the divorce, and she is now seeking full custody of her child. We've completely cut off all communication with her and her family, blocking them on all platforms to prevent any further distress or negativity from entering our lives. Most of our relatives have come to understand our stance and have chosen to maintain their relationships with us independently of Jenny, recognizing the pain and hurt her actions caused us. Although it saddens me that our extended family was dragged into this turmoil, we are grateful for those who stand by us and understand our perspective. Moving forward, we will continue to prioritize our happiness and the future we dream of, leaving behind the negativity that once threatened to overshadow our lives. In addition to the personal turmoil, Jenny even attempted to reach out for forgiveness, but her insincere apologies only reinforced our decision to remain apart from her. Her husband, who finally saw through her manipulative tactics, distanced himself from her, leaving her isolated and without any support system. This entire experience has been a harsh lesson in trust and the importance of surrounding ourselves with genuine, supportive people. It has underscored the necessity of setting boundaries and protecting our emotional well-being, especially when faced with betrayal and insensitivity from those we once considered family. As we move forward, my husband and I are more committed than ever to building our family, free from the negativity and betrayal that Jenny brought into our lives. Our focus remains steadfast on creating a loving and nurturing environment for our future child, one that is filled with understanding, support, and unconditional love. To all our viewers who have been following our journey, I want to extend my heartfelt thanks for your comments, support, and understanding during this incredibly challenging time. Knowing that others have faced similar struggles with fertility has been incredibly comforting and has provided a sense of solidarity that has been invaluable. Motherhood remains a beautiful and attainable goal for us, whether it comes through natural means, surrogacy, or adoption. The love and care we have to offer are boundless, and our child will always be cherished and valued, no matter the path we take to parenthood. Tomorrow, we are scheduled for our fertility tests, and with the results now in our favor, we can finally focus on moving forward with renewed hope and determination. The prospect of finally overcoming this hurdle fills us with excitement and anticipation for the future. Regarding the situation with my husband's family, there hasn't been much improvement yet. However, your encouraging comments and messages have reassured us that we are not alone and that we did nothing wrong. We have no regrets about cutting ties with Jenny and her family, as their actions were unjust and hurtful beyond measure. While it saddens me that our extended family was dragged into this turmoil, we are grateful for those who stand by us and understand our perspective. Moving forward, we will continue to prioritize our happiness and the future we dream of, leaving behind the negativity that once threatened to overshadow our lives. Thank you all for your continued support. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share our channel to help us reach more people who might be going through similar experiences. Your support means the world to us and helps us stay strong through these challenging times. By sharing our story, we hope to provide comfort and encouragement to others facing similar struggles, reminding them that they are not alone and that there is always hope for a brighter future. Your engagement and support not only uplift us but also help create a community of understanding and empathy, where we can all find solace and strength in each other's experiences. As we look to the future, my husband and I are committed to approaching our journey to parenthood with a renewed sense of optimism and resilience. The challenges we've faced have only deepened our love and commitment to each other, reinforcing the importance of standing together through thick and thin. We are determined to create a loving and supportive environment for our future child, one that is free from the negativity and conflict that have plagued our recent experiences. Our focus remains on building a family filled with love, understanding, and unwavering support, ensuring that our child will grow up surrounded by warmth and care. In conclusion, while the road to parenthood has been fraught with unexpected challenges and emotional setbacks, we remain steadfast in our determination to achieve our dream of becoming parents. The lessons we've learned through this ordeal have strengthened our bond and reinforced the importance of surrounding ourselves with genuine, supportive individuals who truly care about our well-being. We are immensely grateful for the support and encouragement we've received from our viewers and loved ones, which has been instrumental in helping us navigate this difficult period. As we continue on this journey, we carry with us the hope and belief that, despite the obstacles, our dreams of building a loving family will one day become a beautiful reality. Thank you once again for your unwavering support. Please continue to subscribe, like, and share our channel to help us reach and support even more people who might be going through similar experiences. Your kindness and encouragement give us the strength to keep moving forward, one step at a time, towards the family we've always dreamed of.